Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to My Zone Online School. I am Teacher Hartung, and our theme this week is the uses of energy and revision. Now, boys and girls, before we start with our lesson, we must sanitize. Now, boys and girls, remember sanitizing is very important because it keeps our hands clean and free from germs. Now let's see what we will learn about today. Today we'll do phonics, decomposition, and data handling. Let's turn our booklets to page 21. Now here we have to do decomposition. It says here, decompose and add the following numbers. Now, boys and girls, let's quickly look at A on the board. Now, here we have the sum 23 plus 61. Now, when we decompose, we must first look at our numbers and then we continue to decompose. So we start with the number 23. So we will now break it up and say 20 plus 3 plus 61, which is 60 plus 1. All right, now that is our first step. Now that we are done here, we have to go ahead and then we add up our tens, which is 20 plus 60. All right, and then we add up our units. And here we have 3 plus 1. Can you see? Now our next step is to add up our tens and then we also add up our units. So here we say 20 plus 60 is equal to 80. All right. And then 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. And then we say 80 plus 4 is equal to 84. All right, and that is how we go about to decompose. Let's try one more example. This one says 46 plus 43. So first of all, we break it down. We say 40 plus 6. And then 40 plus 3. All right. Now we have to add up our tens and then we have to add up our units. All right, so 40 plus 40, there we have it, and then 60 plus 3 for our units. Okay, now we say 40 plus 40 is equal to 80 and 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. So now we have added up our tens and we have added up our units. And now we add them together and the answer is 89. All right, everyone, you now have to go ahead and try to decompose all the other sums. Now remember, if you're not sure, you will see on top of your page there, you have an example and it is explained to you step by step. So all you have to do is go back and work through the example, and that will help you to finish all the other sums. Alright, now before I leave you to continue, let's quickly turn our booklets to page 22. Now here, we are doing data handling. Number 1 says you have to look at the weather conditions for September and answer the questions that follow. Now there you will see you have the month of September, and there you will have the weather conditions for each day of the month. And right next to it you have your key that shows us what each picture means. Let's look at the key. Now there's a picture of a sun, and that means that on this day it was sunny. Then there is a picture of a cloud with the sun, and that means here the day was, or the weather for that day was, partly cloudy. And then you have a picture of a dark blue and a light blue cloud, and that means cloudy. There you will see a very dark blue cloud with some rain falling, and that means rainy. And then you have a dark blue and a light blue cloud again, and then you will see some patterns below which shows us that this is a windy day. All right, now let's quickly look at the questions. A, it says there, how many sunny days are there? So now everyone, you need to go back and you need to look at the month of September, and then we have to count how many sunny days did we have. Now if you go ahead and you add up all the days where the sun was shining, and there you will see there you have the sunny key in that block. If we add it all together, then we will see we had 10 sunny days. So the answer for A will be 10 sunny days. Now let's quickly look at number 2. Number 2 says, present the data on the graph below by coloring in the block. And here it says weather conditions for September. Now on the board, I drew the example, and I want us to do the first one together. Now in the booklet, you will see you have this little table, and then you have the key at the bottom of the table. Now I just put in the first key for the sunny day. Right. Now do you remember for A we said we had 10 sunny days? So now you must go and you must count 10 blocks that will represent the 10 sunny days. All right. Now let's count the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here it shows the 10 days that were sunny. Now boys and girls, if you look at the rest of the graph there, you will see that you have to fill in the rest of the answers that you will get from the questions on top, and then you must find these weather conditions, and then you color in how many days those weather conditions were experienced. Now boys and girls, I'm going to leave you to finish your graph now. Have fun, and I'll see you after this break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Let's turn our booklets to page 20. Now here we have to do phonics. And today we are looking at the WH digraph. And we say it as W. W. It says here, build your own W words using the wheel. So there in the wheel you will see in the middle you have your W sound or your WH, and then you have to build your own words with the rest of, or the second part of the word in the wheel. Now just below the wheel there, you will see where you have to write in your words. All right, now on the board, I wrote a few words that I made from the wheel. So let's quickly look at these words. All right, so remember, we said WH is pronounced W. So here we have the word whisk. Whisk. We also have the word white. Say it with me. White. White. Let's try the third one. Whoop. Say it with me, boys and girls. Whoop. Whoop. That's right. Now you have to use the other parts of the words in the wheel, and you have to make up all the other words. Remember, these words are pronounced W. Whisk, white, whoop. All right. Now for number 2, it says that you have to use 4 of those words to make your own sentences. Now on the board, I used 1 word here to make a sentence. Now let's read the sentence. I have a white flag. White flag. All right. Now remember, you have to go ahead and use all the other or some of the other words to make your own sentences. And once again, boys and girls, remember, we always start our sentences with a capital letter, and we always end our sentences with a full stop. All right, now boys and girls, please have fun with your words and make sure you finish all your sentences. Now I'm going to leave you to it, everyone. I'll see you after this break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
Well, we came to the end of today's lesson, boys and girls. Now everyone, before we go home, we must sanitize. Now remember everyone, we need to sanitize our hands to keep them nice and clean and free from all these nasty germs. Now everyone, before we go home today, I want you to help me call our friend Zoshi to come along and say goodbye with me. Will you help me call Zoshi? Let's go. Zoshi! Zoshi, where are you? Oh, there you are! Zoshi, I want you to help me say goodbye to our friends today. So everyone, from Zoshi and I, it's goodbye!
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.